Hello guys, welcome back to Malik 34 channel. This is Mallikarjun. In this today's session, I'm going to go over the basic clusterware or ASM or the rack database administration. So, what are the things you have to consider on day-to-day basis, and what are the clusterware health check one rack one DBA has to do it on day-to-day basis. So, this is all going to be a pure practical session. So, I'm going to show you the basic the drill down the commands, what exactly the command will do, and then what are the basic necessary checks all DBA has to do it on daily basis. So this is going to be pure on basic understanding of the clusterware administration. So I'm not going on the high level administration. This is the basic steps. So once you understand this one, I will be taking it to the next session where I will go over advanced monitoring, advanced administration of my clusterware or my ASM or my rack database, and how you can configure services, how you can move the services, how you can configure the services for your backup resource. Everything we'll take it in the next class, but this today's session will limit it to the basic administration for everyone. So before I get started with this technical discussion, if you are new to my channel, always go back to YouTube and search for Malik034, and then please do subscribe. If you like my videos, please don't forget to give thumbs up and share with your friends and colleagues. And if you missed out my previous videos, you can always refer it in my YouTube channel Malik034. Okay, let's start with the sections what I made here. If you see the color difference here, the basic difference, or basic understanding of clusterware management is start with SRVCTL and CRSCTL. These are the two keywords you should always remember. CRSCTL is cluster service control, and SRVCTL is service control. So CRSCTL basically deals with the cluster services or cluster resources, and SRVCTL deals with your service control, right? Like your database specific services like database listeners, and the scan and VIPs. So it is specific to that particular service you can deal with. But whereas SRVCTL is CRCTL is a cluster resource where you can manage entire your cluster resource all over the cluster wide cluster nodes, right? And then other important configuration utilities are like Cluffy utility and the OCR config utility and the OLS nodes. These are like 4 5 areas. If you have a basic understanding, you can easily find it out. So I will basically check it out. I'll basically show you it out what are the things you can make sure, things you have to check it out the moment once you log into your monitoring team or administration task, right? So as you know that these are the three basics: PS-EF, grep, SMON, and TNS. SMON and TNS, basically they will do it. Everyone know they will do it for your database is up and running or not. You can check SMON, and my ASM is up and running, and my database is up and running. That's the one thing you need to check it out. And from the 12C, 12C or 18C and 19C, if you configured with your management database, the management database is a single node that will be running on any one of the node. If you can see, I have a two node cluster here, VL6 node 1, I have ASM1 and RackDB1. And whereas if I go to the other node, and if I fire the same command, you can see here ASM2 and RackDB2. Along with that, I have a hyphen MGMT DB. That is a management repository database. So that should be up and running on any one of the node. If it is down, so make sure that it will be always up and running. That will collect a lot of metrics, and it will help for the analyzing all those metrics. So that's one of the things, key point. You need to make sure that your management database is up and running. And again, TNS, you can have a TNS check. So always your TNS should be up and running. Basically, if you go with the default configuration, one will be your ASM listener, and one will be default listener, and one will be your scan listener. So that should be running. So let me take one more session here itself. I will do SSH node 2. Okay, so if I do the same thing, PS-EF grep TNS here, PS-EF grep TNS, you can see here, right? In this node 1, I have ASM, ASM1 listener here, and node 2, I have ASM listener here. ASM listener should run on both the nodes. That's the first thing. And there's a local listener. You can see here local listener should run on both the nodes here. You can see here listener is running. And where your management database running, there you should have one management listener that should be up and running. And coming to this scan listener should spread across any of the node. You can see node 1, I have a scan listener 1 here. And on the node 2, you can see a scan listener 3 and scan listener 2. And if you have configured any custom listener, so you should make sure those listeners are up and running. That's the other thing. And the third thing is d.bin. So d.bin is very, very important. So that will tell you all your cluster resource or cluster daemons. If you can see ps-ef grep d.bin, you can see right so many services. OHSD, Aura root agent, Aura agent, MDNSD, GPNPD, GIPCD, OSS mod, CSSD monitor, EVMD, CSSD agent, OCSSD, so many daemons, right? And along with your listeners, Aura agent, everything. Some are owned by grid and some are owned by root, right? So that you should make sure all of these core services are up and running on all your cluster nodes. So if I do the same thing on the node 2, right now I'm in node 2, you can see here node 2 also it's up and running, right? These are the basic things you need to make sure it's up and running. And the next thing is crctl stat resource -t, that will give you list of all your cluster resource utility. You can run it on any of your cluster node. I will run it from node 1, crctl stat resource -t. You can see here, right? Your ASM listener online, on node 1, online, and node 1. You can see this is the target. The first column is talks about target. The first column is name, and the second column is about target, and third column is about state, and fourth column is about a server and the details. You can see, right, ASM listener is the name. It is online, and it's online and online on node 1, and node 2 also it is online. Similarly, you have to make sure it is online on all of the node if you configured in your cluster. Where you can see data disk group, it's online and on both the nodes. Listener is online on both the nodes, and record disk group is online on both the nodes. And chsd, network, ons, proxy, proxy avdm, if you observe here, it's offline. I'm not using proxy avdm or acfs, so that is the reason it is offline, so I can ignore this one. So that's it, right? So ASM you can see on both the node 1 and node 2. Node 1, node 2, it's online and online. And similarly, you have to check all your scan listeners and scan, and you can see rackdb, rack database is online, and it is running on node 1 and node 2, and it is a open state, and you can see, right, this is open state, and this is your Oracle home. So you have to check all this, make sure your clusterware is in healthy condition. You can run it on any of one node. And next command is, this will give you entire clusterware resources. If I want to check only the daemons, you can see pass -init, that will tell you the cluster core resources, right? If you pass this -init, that will tell you the cluster core resources. The moment I will run it, you will get to know. Clear it, right? You can see here crctl stat resource -t-init. I can see ASM, cluster interconnects, CRF, CRSD, CSSD, CSSD monitor, CTSSD, diskmon, SFS driver, EVMD, GIPCD, GPNPD, MDNSD, and storage, right? You can see everything is online here. Everything, all these are cluster core resource. Everything is online except this diskmon you can ignore it. That is not a big deal. So most of the time it will be offline in most of the environment. So apart from that, everything is online. If any of the resource is offline, you have to investigate on that. And if your cluster resource is not starting up, make sure first try to run this command and check it out which resource is stopped. It is stopped at CRSD, or it stopped at CTSSD, and it stopped at CTSSD, and it stopped at GIPCD. Which resource is not coming, that will be in offline mode, and you have to look particular that log file and make sure try to troubleshoot in that direction. This is one of the important command. And same thing if I run it on the other node also. Okay, let me set the environment plus ASM2. Right, in the node 2 also you can see everything is online except this diskmon. I can ignore that, so rest of the things are online, right? So that you should make sure. And coming to the core checks, that is CRSCTL stop cluster, that will stop your clusterware on all the cluster nodes. Node 1 and node 2, I have it. If I fire this command CRSCTL stop cluster hyphen all, it will stop on all of my cluster node. If I do CRSCTL start cluster hyphen all, it will start on all the cluster nodes. So I will show you it at the end of this session. Right now I'll do this CRSCTL check cluster hyphen all. It will run this command on all the nodes and it will bring the result whether your cluster services are up and running on across all the nodes or not. You can see here CRSCTL check cluster hyphen all. On node 1, you can see cluster ready service is online, cluster synchronization service online, event manager is online. Similarly on node 2 also, cluster ready service is online, cluster synchronization service is online, event manager is online. This is very important. You should, all these three services should be online here when you do this cluster all, right? So and then this I said it will stop across all the clusterware resources on all the nodes. And if you don't want to do that, if you want to stop it on only on node 1, you can see you can use this particular command CRSCTL check CRS. It will tell you whether the all the cluster services including your HAS, right, it's online or not. You can see CRSCTL check CRS. I ran it on node 1, Oracle high availability service HAS OHSD, that is online. Cluster ready service is online, cluster synchronization service online, event manager is online. So if you do this CRSCTL check cluster all, it will give you all these three service status across both the nodes and except this OHSD. And when you do this CRSCTL check CRS, it will give the same three service output along with the OHSD service on that node, right? So you can see all these three services already displayed here, and only this Oracle high availability service status was not displayed when you use cluster all. So, and again, the other thing is, once you stop using this command, right, CRSCTL stop cluster all, if you do it, it will stop all your cluster resource. All these three resources will be down, but your HAS will be up and running on that node. To stop that HAS, you have to use this one, CRSCTL stop HAS, start HAS. And when you start using cluster all, like CRSCTL start cluster all, it will start your clusterware resource across all the nodes, but your HAS will not be started. So you have to manually start your HAS, right? This is along with this command. If you stop your clusterware and you have to run this stop HAS on that particular node on all the cluster nodes manually. If you start your clusterware using start cluster all, you have to start your HAS manually. And these are like interconnected because this stop cluster all command will not take care of your HAS services. So you have to take care of manually. And then otherwise, if you don't want to use this cluster all utility, you can use this particular command CRSCTL check CRS. It will include HAS along with your cluster resource. And if you do CRSCTL stop CRS, it will shut down all your clusterware resources on that node. And if you do CRSCTL start CRS, and it will take care of only on that particular node, it will shut down. It will start all the services including HAS. And other thing is enable and disable. This is very important. CRSCTL enable CRS, always your CRS will be it will be in the enable mode. If it is disabled, so make it enable. You can see CRSCTL enable CRS. Oracle high availability auto start is enable. What is mean by auto start? If I want to bring down this node to, I have to stop my CRS. Once I stop my CRS, and once I bring down this node and I'll do some maintenance activity, or I'll do this OS patching and all, and the moment I bring it up, if you have enabled this auto start, automatically the moment you bring up your server, your HAS and your cluster resource and your all the cluster resource belongs to this node will be online. If you have not enabled this one, you have to manually start your clusterware resource, right? The auto start is very important. Make sure it is enabled, because whenever this node goes for eviction or node bounce happens, automatically it will bring up all my cluster resources, ASM, databases, listeners, everything will be automatically back online. Otherwise, you have to manually log in and you have to start your services. right? That's about the enable, disable. If you can do disable also, that also will disable my auto start. You can see auto start is disabled, so always it's better to keep it enabled. That's the first thing. And CRCTL stop HS, so you want to stop only HS on this node. As I said, it is a combination of this cluster all and cluster all, stop cluster all and start cluster all. You can just stop and start your HS resource. And if you want to check your CSST status, this is a backend compatibility command. It will check. You can see command remains backward compatibility only. Synchronization service is online, to check only whether your service is online or not. And if you are familiar with this CRCTL command now, I will do the stop and start at the later time. So now I will continue with the other topics. That is Cluffy scan, right? Cluffy scan is very, very important. It will, I'll just run it. You'll see that what is the use of the Cluffy can be run using your grid user. It cannot be run as a root user. Or INV plus ASM. Okay, let it run. And meantime, I will do Cluffy compare OCR hyphen all. I will do this OCR. I will do it on the node 2 su grid dot inv plus ASM2. You can see here verifying my scan. Cluffy compare OCR hyphen n all verbose. It will check for my OCR registry integrity across all the nodes. And this, you can see here, I'm getting some error message. Cluffy compare scan, verifying your scan and verifying your DNS, NIS, and these are the failed services, verifying single client access. And these scan are ignorable. It again depends upon the your network settings or network integration what you have done it. If you as I'm saying, this can be ignored, so you, it doesn't mean that it's applicable for all of the environment. You have to check it out which IP address it is throwing an error. If you go down further, you can see here, right, this is complaining about this particular IP address. So this particular IP address, I'm using it for DNS resolved IP address, this one for the scan name. So you have to you have to check what IP address it is not able to resolve, and what is this IP address, what is this IP address, whether I'm using this IP address in part of my cluster or not. You have to check it out and you have to take up appropriate decision, right? Node 1 and node 2, you can see here found inconsistency in the name resolution of the scan. This is, I think, we need to look into that, why it is not able to consistently scan my IP addresses across the nodes. So you have to check it out and you have to take appropriate action. Cluffy component scan and Cluffy compare, you can use it for, instead of scan, you can use it for your VIP. You can use this Cluffy command, to have a comparison for your any of the cluster resource. Okay, and coming to this Cluffy compare OCR hyphen n all verbose, you can see OCR integrity check is passed and verification OCR integrity was successful. And this is the the details when it has ran. And this is where it looks good. Now my OCR is looks good here, right? And if I go with other utility, that is OCR config. OCR config, if you use hyphen L, that will tell you what are the use cases and how you can use this OCR. Site OCR config hyphen help I did. OCR config configuration tool for Oracle cluster local registry. You can use this OCR config for your Oracle cluster where registry OCR or local registry. You can go with Oracle cluster registry or local registry. Both can be managed using your OCR config. OCR config, you can see a backup location, show backup location, manual backup, and restore. You can restore your voting disk, you can restore your OLR, you can restore your OCR. Everything can be performed using your OCR config. And the OLR is local registry and OCR is cluster registry. Both cluster registry and local registry can be managed using this OCR config. And along with this OCR config, if you use local, that is for managing your OLR, local registry. And if you don't use this local, if you don't use this local, it will be for your OCR, your cluster registry. Like OCR config show backup, it will show you my OCR, cluster registry backup location. Right, you can see auto backup is disabled, not available, and manual backup is not available. I have not configured it. And show backup location, it will show you where the backup location is configured. Okay, only root user can perform this one. Right, my backup location plus data. And if I use it for the hyphen local, you can see this is for my OLR. OLR is in this local node and OCR is in data. If you use this keyword hyphen local, you are dealing with your OLR, local registry. If you don't use that hyphen local, you are dealing with your OCR, like a cluster registry. Right, so that's it about the OCR config. And with this OCR config, you can do backup, you can do export, import, manual backup, everything you can do it. And again, OLS node is other utility. You can do a lot of things with the OLR. You can see OLR hyphen L, you can do, it will do print nodes and hyphen I, virtual IP name. So a lot of things with this parameter you can get it, and you can pin your nodes, or you can unpin your nodes from the cluster. Where if I do OLS nodes, you can see what are my cluster nodes, node 1 and node 2, everything I'll get it. And you can pass this parameter hyphen N, hyphen P, hyphen I, hyphen L, hyphen S, hyphen G, you'll get appropriate action. Hyphen F, print historical leaf nodes. You can do OLS hyphen F, and so many things. Use these parameters and get the what you are exactly looking for. You can use it appropriately based upon this parameters. And then again, SRVCTL, as I said, it is specific to the resource. The mostly SRVCTL we use it for my database operation, database administration, and listener administration, and the scan and VIP administration. If I do SRVCTL config scan, it will give me what is my scan details. And meantime, if I do SRVCTL status scan, it will give you status of my scan. You can see, right, SRVCTL's config scan, scan name, and I can see subnet and the subnet IPv6, and scan 1, scan 2, scan 1, scan 2, and scan 3, and whether it's enabled or where it is running, everything will get it. If I do status scan, you can see scan 1 enabled, running on node 1, scan 2 enabled, running on node 2, scan 3 enabled and running on node 2. Everything you can do it. Again, you can do scan listener, SRVCTL status, scan listener, right, scan listener enabled and running on all two of nodes. And again, coming with the database operation, you can see SRVCTL config database and status database, top database, everything you can do it. SRVCTL config database, you can see a lot of information. SRVCTL config database, rack unique name, rack database name, and Oracle home, user, where is your SP file, and where is your password file, and start option is open, stop option is immediate, and role, and what are the disk groups, and what are the instances, instance 1, instance 2, and running on node 1 and node 2. Everything you can get it with that. And also you can do status, it will tell whether which all nodes it's up and running. If I do clear and do it now, SRVCTL status, database hyphen D, and your database name. You can see rack db1 running on node 1, rack db2 running on node 2. You can get it. And stop database, if you do, it will stop my both the instances on both the nodes. And if I do status instance hyphen database and the instance name, SRVCTL status instance hyphen D, database name hyphen I, instance name. it will tell it will be like managing your instance wise. If you do hyphen srctl status database, that will be your database wise. If you do srctl status instance, that is instance wise. You can see react db1 running on node 1, react db2 running on node 2. And if you want to stop it, you can stop instance wise also, and start you can do instance wise also. And if I do if I have this local listener and this asm listener, I can check it for my status listener. You can see listener enabled, running on both node 1 and node 2. That is my local listener. And listener asm listener is enabled and running on node 1 and node 2. So that is about the listener management. So these are like basic configuration or basic the troubleshooting, or not troubleshooting, this is a basic administration commands or guideline. All dba has to do day in and day out to make sure your database is functioning 24/7 without impacting and without downtime or without application concern, right? So these are the checks you have to do it. One dba has to do it day in and day out. So apart from this, there are so many advanced topics that I am planning to cover it in my next session. So thank you guys.